Sometimes you can't help but be depressed.
If you're that depressed, reach out to someone. And remember, suicide is a permanent solution to temporary problems.
You went through it?
Went through it, yeah.
For what were you addicted to?
Oh, I had a little problem with alcohol.
It was a way of kind of shutting the world out and avoiding the world.
Does anyone have to ease my pain? All right.
Heaven exists. What would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
There's seating near the front.
By the time you see this, I'll be dead. I hope you can forgive me. I pray for your happiness.
It's a couple of years of just thinking I can do it on my own, and you can't. That's the bottom line. I can do this, I can stop. And you really think you can, and then you realize, I need help. And that's the operative word.
Just got out of rehab, no bar. Tell you, I went to rehab in wine country, always a good choice. It's good, I quit. I realized alcohol is not my friend.
Yes, I went through a certain kind of whatever, 3 years of heavy drinking.
Why is there such a heavy-duty problem with drugs? That addresses the psychology of a nation. And I try to address it using the only weapon I have, comedy. And that's all we do.
Well, comedic talent is the way that, survival mechanism. Yeah, I buy into that. It becomes that.
You're not easy on yourself.
No. As an alcoholic, I talk about, some warning signs. The idea of, have you been through it, to talk about it and see, this is what you go through. Heart surgery, alcoholism.
We're talking about pretty much everything that's kind of happened, the heart surgery.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea of even the valves, they gave me the choice of getting, different valves. After the heart surgery, you find yourself getting very emotional.
Doing the shows were fine. It was after the shows and before the shows. I remember one time I was so hungover one time that the director gave me notes. I was on the floor. He had to kick me.
What keeps you up at night?
What keeps me up? It's usually thinking about something that either happened that, didn't go exactly the way you wanted, or that you're worried about something you have to do and you're kind of preparing. And then you realize the only way to prepare is to let go. Okay, you've done it now, just let go.
And there's a voice that tells alcoholics we can drink. It's the same voice you hear if you can go up to the top of a very large building and you look over the side. There's a little voice that goes, jump. You can fly.
It's the same voice. The same voice goes, just one. There's a voice that goes, jump. And the idea of just one. For someone who has no tolerance for it, that's not a possibility. You Americans think when something dies, that's it, it's over. But when you go to the Middle East, you realize that there's a real sense of things stay around.
So you were dry for 20 years.
Yes.
Why did you fall off?
I was in a little town in Alaska. It wasn't the end of the world, but you can see it from there. And it was like all of a sudden I thought, I could drink. It's also that same thought you have if you look off a large building and go, I can fly. And within a week, it was like, gone.
Lays in wait and for the time when you think, it's fine now, I'm okay. And then beep. And then the next thing you know, it's not okay. It's not going so well.
You're up and you're up and you're up, but when you crash, even the devil's going, dude, this is not going to go well. So many of us did it, and you get through it, and there'll be those nights when you do, and you'd be like, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. And then you wake up the next morning, I didn't die. Let's try it again. And the definition of insanity is repeating the same action, expecting a different outcome. And it's just insanity, And what a great any drug that makes you paranoid and impotent. How much fun can you have?
What happens in rehab?
What happens is people basically start the process of, just saying no and being among others, and learning that you're not alone and working on giving up, giving up that you could do it yourself because everyone's thinking, I got this under control. And you go to those and, you find other people who've done things that make you look Amish.
I was so far in denial, I was in the Suez. It was like out there. There was a bottle of vodka that was in the refrigerator, and I would actually, kind of drink down thinking no one noticed until it gets down to the very bottom going, I don't know what happened. And you're drinking thinking no one notices, and then sometimes you put water in there, and then you realize, idiot, water freezes.
Yeah, there's a sadness, and then you have to go, then there's also hope. I mean, a sadness, it's always like, you wish they hadn't happened, but they did. And the purpose is to make you different. It's that idea of you're back and you realize the thing that matters are others, way beyond yourself. Self goes away. Ego, bye-bye. Realize there are a lot of amazing people out there to be grateful for, and a loving God. And other than that, good luck.
Stand-up is how comedians process things that are painful.
Yeah.
But does that mean we have to wish more painful things on you?
You don't have to, I find them.
How lonely was your childhood?
I was an only child. It wasn't. I mean, you learn to play with yourself, pardon the pun. But you adapt, your imagination, you find a way of getting through it. And then later on, I learned that it was very interesting and how it formed who and what I am.
You created a lot of characters, did you?
Yeah, little things that didn't really surface till college, where all of a sudden I realized I had this mimicry, this ability because I think I've been kind of listening and absorbing all that stuff, and then in college I had a chance to release it.
There's certain fears because you find the freedom of expansion. I mean, the ability to move and do things I used to love to do, like skating in Venice Beach in California. I used to love that. That was a lot of fun. And now it's real hard because you get stopped and boring. And people, sometimes you feel kind of like a freak of nature sometimes, because you'll stop to make a phone call, all of a sudden there'll be 50 people kind of standing around the booth going,
And I think sober and also able to experience life and go, it's pretty amazing. It's kind of, before the heart surgery, one of the more sobering moments of just going, life is extraordinary. I don't want to miss it, you know?
Oh, man.
It's a gift, you know?
Man, I'm telling you.
And to be spending most of the time like, where were you? I don't remember.
God,
go,
you're absolutely right.
To come back from that is like going, oh, look. And then you realize you do have family, friends, and people go, I appreciate you. And now I can actually remember what we're talking about. How cool is that? That's kind of the gift, you know?
Yeah.
And that's those things that you just, gratitude. That's the simple gratitude of like, yeah, it's good. Or as one guy said, every day above ground. You know, much nicer. But it's all those things. I appreciate them. Yeah. Just look at your own life and just realize what things are precious to you.
And trying to, live two lives. One is the performing life, and the other is the life of that social realm, of trying to be, on top of it all and do everything at all times, and you can't. Well, it's deadly. That'll kill you quicker than performing. It's just trying to be at every party and do everything everywhere at all times.
Did you go to your high school reunion?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was the guys who used to pick on me and stuff were like, oh, hey, how have you been?
Were you a little chubby back in those days?
Yes, sir, a little. It was like in an elevator it would say, load limit, see me. It was like, I was a little fat. This was before high school.
You used to get beat up a lot?
No, picked on mainly. Like I used to play handball.
Because you were fat?
Yeah, because I was short and fat, which was not a good combination.
I don't vividly remember anything from that. It's like there was this thing for it's called a blackout, which isn't really a blackout. It's more like sleepwalking with activities. And I believe it's your conscience going into a witness protection program.
I've got to go now. Good luck. I'm checking out. I'm leaving the body on, but we're not going to remember anything. Good luck to you. Take care.
Is being funny sometimes a hindrance to social interaction?
Years ago, I was reading a story to my daughter, and I was doing voices and everything, and she turned to me and said, just read the story. And then the alcohol kicked in, decided, and then eventually realized I can't. I remember stopping it on my own because I was about to have a son, but I did it alone, so that was why it was, 20 years without any help. But I think I did it because it would actually allow me not to talk. Just keep going. Find that thing you love because it's tough work. And my father gave me this advice when I said I wanted to be an actor. He said, have a backup profession like welding. But I think if you can find that thing that really gives you joy, that'll be it. Because for me, it's always been comedy and stand-up and acting too, because of exploring behavior. But it's tough work.